From grants to class action settlements to automatic payments that are being sent to people in certain states, there's a lot of money out there this week. Let's talk about how you can get some for yourself. I'm Nicole, and this is our weekly low-income relief roundup, where we go over all the week's headlines that you need to know. Before we dive into all that money, though, I want to follow up on something that I told you about a little while ago. Regulars on this channel will remember how I mentioned that some Medicaid providers were denying a crazy number of pre-authorization claims. Well, Congress finally noticed, and now 2 lawmakers are leading the charge to get answers. They've launched an inquiry into this, and now the chief executives of Aetna, AmeriHealth Caritas, CareSource, I don't know how to say that one, Centene, Elevance, Molina Healthcare, and United Healthcare Community and State only have until October 31st to respond to those lawmakers' demands. I'm interested to see how this goes, since those providers have been clearly failing to meet the needs of the low-income people they claim to serve. Oh, and speaking of Medicaid, a federal court recently struck down a rule from 2020 that made certain people pay a lot more money for their health care. This rule said that health insurers could exclude the value of financial assistance from drug makers when calculating whether their patients had met their out-of-pocket obligations. The court said the rule was arbitrary, capricious, and relied on contradictory interpretations of the law. So if you saw your medical costs spike after that rule went into place, relief might just be on the way. Okay, so let's talk about all those cash opportunities that I found this week. The easiest way to snag a little extra cash is to grab these class action settlements that I tell you about every week. We go over all the ones that have deadlines coming up. Most of these take only minutes to claim and don't even require any receipts or paperwork or anything. It's really easy, so we'll start with these and then we'll tackle the grants that are a little bit more complicated. So first of all, get my notes here. All right, you could get a $750 check if you worked at the Standard Market in Illinois between 2014 and 2020. That's because this company shared employee fingerprints with third parties in violation of that state's Biometric Information Privacy Act. If you're eligible for this settlement, you have to claim your check by October 18th or you lose that opportunity forever. Speaking of sharing information, if you used military.com between June 2020 and November 2022, then you may be eligible for a check worth approximately $30. That's because military.com shared personally identifiable information with Facebook without user consent. You have to claim that check by October 24th. Now, if you've ever rented a property from WSE Property Management, you need to listen up. This company has been accused of improperly holding security deposits, charging more than the actual utility usage, charging more than the agreed upon amounts, and failing to honor leases. We've all had bad landlord stories, but this is your chance to get justice. So if you rented from them between September 17th, 2000 and now, then you may be able to participate in this settlement. You need to act fast, though. The deadline is October 30th. There are a few smaller settlements for people who purchased certain products as well. If you bought Right Guard Sport or Right Guard Extreme Antiperspirant Sprays between November 19th, 2018 and June 8th, 2023, then you may be eligible for that settlement. Applications are due October 14th. Now, A&W lied about using aged vanilla in their root beer and cream soda products. So if you bought some of those between 2016 and 2023, then you may be eligible for a check as well, but you have to claim it by October 18th. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the grants we found. And as you know, grants are going to be way more lucrative. They're going to have a lot more money to them than those class action settlements, but they're also a little harder to get. So I'd like to start by telling you about my favorite one that I found this week, which is the Live Your Dream Award from Seroptimist International. This $16,000 award can help hardworking women achieve their educational goals. In order to be eligible, you must be a woman with financial need who is currently supporting yourself and at least one dependent. That could be a sibling, parent, child, whatever, spouse, partner. There's all sorts of things. And you also have to live in a member country and be pursuing a vocational program, high school equivalency, undergraduate degree, or skills training program. If that describes you and you want to apply for this, please be sure to click over to our website for detailed application instructions and tips so that you can have the best possible chance of getting this. Only 4 people will win this, at least at the highest award level. And applications are only accepted until November 15th, so you will need to act fast with that. Of course, there are also a bunch of grant opportunities from our sponsor, Skip, as well. A lot of these grant programs are looking for dozens of winners, which makes it a lot easier to win when they're selecting more applicants. You can get all of the details on these grants by getting a free account from Skip using the affiliate link below, but let's go over the list really quickly. The NAACP PowerShift Entrepreneur Grant is offering $25,000 to Black business owners. They want to give these away live on Black Entrepreneurs Day, which is October 20th. It isn't clear how many winners will get these grants, but you can apply by October 11th. The Start Her Grant is offering $5,000 each to 25 women business owners in Texas. Applications are due October 20th. The Crescendo Con TikTok grant is looking for 40 Latinx small business owners. Each winner will get $5,000. You have to apply by October 23rd. The Tory Burch Foundation Fellows Program is looking for 50 women to get $5,000 each. They also offer a year-long coaching program to help you grow your business. The program culminates with a presentation and a meeting in New York. You have to apply for that by November 2nd. And speaking of grants with lots of winners, the U.S. Treasury Department just awarded $321 million to 4 dozen organizations that are supposed to help build affordable senior housing. The Department of Housing and Urban Development also distributed an additional $160 million to dozens of nonprofits with the same goal. That money was spread all over the country, and we have a list of recipients on our website if you're curious to see what housing is going to be built where. This concludes our nationwide low-income news section this week, but we also have some awesome local news updates for 33 states. I'm tripping all over my words today, guys. All right. From a powerful community assistance fund in Arizona to automatic checks that are being sent to certain people in West Virginia, there is a lot of great news and helpful content in our local news section this week. Click over to our website at lowincomerelief.com/news and choose the article that matches this video to get details for Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, and West Virginia. And please don't forget to check out last week's EBT update to learn more about that crazy $11 billion food stamp scandal that is currently threatening benefits for millions of low-income Americans. It's really important.